Hi Samarth, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We can start the interview. Just first start. Let's start with about yourself. Like, just give you a brief introduction about yourself. Okay, like which
Yeah.
school did you go to, and
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Samarth, and I went to GEMS Cambridge International School in Abu Dhabi, and the board was Pearson Edexcel.
so which subjects did you study in during your A levels?
So, I studied three subjects: maths, physics, and politics.
Okay. So how was your overall experience at Create Curve?
It was amazing actually. The fact that I improved a lot in terms of my scores and even my confidence in the two subjects that I took at Credit Curve kind of sums up the entire thing. And I think that just made the experience of learning with everyone else in the class so much more unique. And yeah, I really enjoyed my.
So you studied both for your AS level and A levels in Create Curve.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. What were the you have gone to different tuition classes before your AS level, I guess. So what made Create Curve different from those tuitions?
I think it was just the style of teaching. Like I don't think I've ever someone teach in such a different way. Like how Yash sir teaches at Create Cup. I don't think that anyone else that I've ever been to as a student teaches in a similar way. His style of teaching, the way he teaches, even the kind of ways he breaks down problems, really makes a difference. And yeah, that was one thing that I found very different compared to other tuition classes.
So, were there any special moments where you felt academically or emotionally supported by our faculties?
I think it would be the moments, right? Like the night before an exam. So what I would do is that I'd always call either Yash sir or Tanmay sir up, and I'd basically ask them for a tip, like last minute tip before an exam. Like if I run into this problem, what should I do? If I run into like that problem, what should I do? So in that way, I think that just made me feel even more confident that I'm going to an exam fully prepared, and if I run into this issue, if I run into that issue, I know what I'm gonna do. So in that way, I felt that that was amazing. Yeah.
So, according to you, who is a better teacher, Yash sir or Tanmay sir? Who is your favorite?
I don't think I'll be able to answer that because like them are amazing in their own way, and I think I'd really make one of them angry if I said that the other person was a better teacher. So I'm just gonna say that both of them are amazing teachers in their own way.
That's a better option. So, going for your A levels, what were your biggest challenges that you felt during your A levels exam?
I think it was just my time management skills because I'm a musician primarily, so
Yeah.
I had to give a lot of time to develop my music skills, and I play sports as well. So in that way, I had to give plenty of time to those aspects of life along with academics. So I'll agree that that was a small challenge that I faced from the start of my AS level career.
So, Samar, how would you manage both of your academics or your music career or your games? How would you manage all those stuff?
So I think it would just be like prioritize what is more important. Let's assume there's a test the next day, and there's like an important match the day before. You'll have to prioritize which one is more important. You can probably do both, but you have to plan that in a way that the moment that you go and play that match the night before an exam, you are fully prepared for the test the next day. So you have to ensure that you plan logically, and you have to ensure that everything goes as planned as well, because you can't do one. Like I always believe that you can't only stick to one. You have to be, and you have to plan in such a way that you're able to do everything. Not just rely on one. So planning and strategically planning is the key. Yeah.
So Samarth, as Create Curve provides online tuitions, and our one of the ESC is to have timings scheduled for students so that they can also attend. So were we able to cater to you in that aspect? Like the timings of the classes were scheduled as you wanted them, whenever you are free to attend them. So were we able to do that for you?
Of course, yeah. So the classes were kept at such a time that I'd have a good time to relax and like revise whatever I did after I came back from school. And even if I wasn't free, they would always change the timings a little bit more to ensure that I'm still able to attend the class. And even if I wasn't able to attend the class for whatever issue, I would still be able to get the notes from that class. So in a way, I don't think I've missed out on any class in that matter. Yeah.
So Samarth, what advice would you like to give to the students who have just started their A levels journey?
I think you all have to students. Yeah. So the thing is, students will have to improve their time management skill, because it's a very big jump from GCSE to AS level. Some people might find it easier. Some people might find it harder. I found it a bit harder. So in that way, I think they have to improve the time management skills, and I think they also have to enjoy it's not an easy journey, but it can be made easier if you just enjoy the journey, if you just like stay in the moment, if you just ensure that you complete all your tasks given to you on a day as you're supposed to, and not like leave them to the next day or the next day. If you make sure you complete everything, and if you ensure you stay on top of your schoolwork, on top of your sports, on top of your extracurricular commitments, I think it will go amazing.
So, would you get some time to rest also? As I can see, you had a very pretty hectic schedule during your A level. So, were you able to get a proper rest also in this?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because
I was able to get a lot of rest actually. One good thing was that I take the bus to school every day, and the bus journey is a pretty long one. So if I didn't get much sleep in the night, I'd probably just like make sure I sleep in the bus a lot. So I did get a lot of rest, but sometimes I wouldn't, because I would have to spend that time revising. But it's fine, you know, anything to ensure that you get the best of grades, even if you have to sacrifice a little bit of sleep here and there. I think it's not an issue, because ultimately you're sacrificing it for the greater good, you know, to get better grades. And I think that's worth it.
so were there any special moment during the class in Create Curve, like any special teacher who left a impact on you?
I think one very, very special way was Tanmay sir, and the fact that he was associated with cricket a lot. Like even when we used to before starting class, we'd always talk about whatever cricket matches are happening in the day or in the following week, and he always like knows so much about the game that it's hard like not to it's hard to lose track of what you're doing. You know, sometimes like you'll be working on a problem, and then suddenly he might ask you something about cricket, and then we just like completely start talking about cricket, and it was really, really memorable. Yeah.
So that's really good. Someone like, would you recommend Create Curve to your juniors?
Absolutely. For the way that you all have improved my grade, and the people that I've studied with also, like people I've studied with also have seen a visible improvement of grade, and even academically they're so much more smarter. I definitely recommend Create Curve for that matter.
So, when you are recommending Create Curve to your juniors, what is the one thing that comes into your mind? Like, what is the first thing that comes into your mind when you are recommending them?
Like like one word, or if you do want me to like summarize it in a sentence.
Like one specific thing that which comes to your mind first when you're recommending Create Curve.
I think it would probably be enjoyable. The word is probably enjoyable, because when you're in Create Curve, you actually feel like you're enjoying the work instead of being forced or being made to do work like problems or equations or something. You actually feel like you're enjoying it, and you're having a lot of fun while you're solving those tough problems. You're having fun, and you're enjoying yourself along with your other classmates.
If you feel like if you had to sum up your Create Curve journey in one line, what would it be?
I think it would probably be that it's one line. It's not the best line. It's probably the memories that we made along the way. So the memories that we made along the 2 years of being at Create Curve would be a good quote to summarize these past couple of years.
Thank you so much for coming up and giving this